Getting many greenhouses set up has given me a chance to overwinter and early seed some of the vegetables I want for spring. So I want to show you what I'm doing to get a jump on spring as I finish preparing my soil. I finally got around to making the third and final new bed and got it settled near the fence. But before I can work on the soil, I need to make a cardboard run. Any store near you has a cardboard recycling bin in the back, and most don't mind you taking what you need. It's all cardboard, so you don't have to worry about running into anything icky, and can pick what best suits your needs. I think a good part of gardening is being willing to anticipate a little about the coming growing season, which brings me to an experiment with early planting. To get ahead of the hot weather next summer, I plan to use these plastic containers that I thought would be perfect for seed starting, only like a terrarium. The idea is to start plants like corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers in their own controlled environment, and then transplant them to the mini greenhouses to harden them in ground. If the idea works, I should have well-established plants by early March. I did a little research, and I'm not crazy. The biggest thing is filling the containers with rocks in the bottom so that the soil is not sitting in water because there's no drain hole. The other is to remove the top about once a week to reduce humidity. So now I've put rocks in the containers, added soil, planted my corn, sprayed water, and now we wait. And on to the plants I want to get in ground right now. I decided to plant a little garlic. I had planned to companion plant them near the collards, but noticed that the onions I thought had failed to germinate have begun sprouting, and alliums don't like being near each other. So the next best placement was with the kale and peppers. I had 24 and spaced them far enough apart so there will be room later for basil to really confuse the pest. Now that I've gotten the garlic out of the way, I need to do what I call leaf harvesting to keep preparing the soil. The idea is to gather up leaves and mulch them down to top off the beds. I have 5 trees in my yard, so I have leaves everywhere. I plan to start with the leaves that have fallen on the pergola. That allows me to clean that up while also collecting the leaves I need. The leaf blower makes the job pretty easy. Once I've gotten a large enough pile, I can begin to mulch them down for the beds. Now, I want to add some of my not completely broken down compost from my bucket to the soil. I place it in different locations throughout each bed. This causes the worms to move around the bed to find the tasty treats while keeping the soil loose and spreading their waste throughout the bed. Once I've used most of that up, I can begin the process of creating more to use later. That done, I can now begin to plant my other seeds. I've decided to plant cabbage and kohlrabi. Once the cabbage is planted, I put in small sticks so I'll know where not to put in mulch. The kohlrabi I'll interplant between the peppers so that as I harvest them, it will free up space for the peppers and, of course, more basil. I'll end by adding the finely ground leaf mulch and replacing the mini greenhouses. Of course, Sunny Girl was there to supervise all of it. Oh yes, I have a surprise plant I will introduce in the next video, and should have an update on my direct sowed plants progress. See you next time.